All right, today we are jumping headfirst into the world of the Turkish historical drama Destan. And let me tell you, this thing is a beast. It's a huge story about revenge, love, and fate, all set in this really brutal, ancient world. So if you're looking for a new saga to really sink your teeth into, you are absolutely in the right place.
This one line, this is pretty much the entire saga in a nutshell. It's this grand promise of a massive story that connects two people who on the surface seem totally powerless. But to really get why their destiny is so important, we have to start with a world that created them.
So let's set the scene. We're going way back to the 8th century, to the wild, savage steppes of Central Asia. This is a time before the big religions made their way to these lands. It's a tough, unforgiving place where just staying alive is a victory.
Now, this isn't some unified kingdom. You've got all these Turkic tribes who share the same blood, the same heritage, but they're completely fractured. And who's their biggest enemy? Honestly, it's themselves. They're always fighting each other, totally blind to the much bigger threats that are gathering right on their borders.
And look, the situation is, well, it's impossible. You've got China in the east just waiting for a moment of weakness to pounce. Other rival empires are circling like vultures. But the real, immediate danger, the one that's tearing them apart from the inside out, is their own infighting.
So out of this brutal, chaotic world, our hero emerges, and she is a warrior girl from the mountains, named Akkız. She isn't just a product of her time, she is a force of nature that was forged by it.
Her whole life, everything she does, it all boils down to one single burning motivation: revenge. When she was just a little girl, she watched the great Alpagu Khan, the ruler of the Sky Tribe, destroy her family and burn her home to the ground. That fire of anger has been smoldering for years, and now she's ready to let it explode.
But here's the thing. Akkız isn't just an orphan out for revenge. She's a legendary warrior raised in the harshness of the mountains. And in her mind, she's part of something much bigger. She sees herself as the instrument of this great Turkic prophecy, the claw of a mythical wolf destined to unite everyone. So for her, this personal vendetta is actually part of an epic destiny.
So who is this guy? Who is this man powerful enough to create this kind of lifelong hatred? Well, meet Alpagu Khan. He's the mighty ruler of the Sky Tribe and the undisputed Sky Khan of all the Turks.
Now, it would be really easy to just paint this guy as the villain, right? But it's way more complicated than that. Alpagu Khan is this ruthless, complex leader who genuinely believes that the only way to unite his people is through absolute power and brutal, unflinching order. So yeah, he's the one who killed Akkız's father, but in his mind, it was a necessary sacrifice to crush rebellion and build a strong, unified nation under his banner.
And right there, that's the core conflict of the whole show, is this incredible clash of ideas. On one side, you have Akkız, who represents the wild freedom of the mountains and a destiny she believes is written in the stars. And on the other, you have Alpagu Khan, the iron fist of power, determined to forge a legacy with his own two hands.
But hold on, this isn't just a simple two-way fight. There is a third, absolutely crucial character hiding in the shadows of the Sky Khan's palace, and it's his own son, the prince, Batuga.
As far as anyone knows, Batuga is a broken prince. His hand is crippled, and he hasn't said a single word in years. He's treated like a nobody, this tragic figure that even his own powerful father has dismissed. So you gotta ask, how could he possibly have a role to play in this epic story? The reason for his silence, his trauma, it all goes back to one absolutely horrific day. Years ago, Batuga watched his own father, Alpagu Khan, execute his mother after she was accused of treason. That moment it shattered him. It stole his voice and trapped him inside a world of silence.
And those are Alpagu Khan's own words. He doesn't just see his son's silence as trauma. He sees it as a choice, a deliberate, ongoing punishment. This deep, painful wound between the father and son has never, ever healed. And it kind of makes you think, there's way more to Batuga's silence than just grief.
So what we're left with is a vengeful warrior, a ruthless Khan, and a silent prince. How on earth do their stories crash into each other? Well, the answer is found in an ancient prophecy.
This is the legend that hangs over everything. The double-headed wolf is this sort of messiah figure who's supposed to show up when the Turks are at their weakest, their most divided. The savior is destined to end all the infighting and unite all the tribes into one great nation. Akkız thinks she's the claw of this wolf, but the prophecy, it's much bigger than just her. And that's the real magic of this story. You think you're watching three separate people on three separate paths, but you're not. The warrior fighting for freedom, the Khan fighting for order, and the prince who holds the secrets of the past, they are all on a collision course. Their fates are tangled together, and how it all plays out will decide the future of their entire people.
And that, right there, is the ultimate question Destan asks. Could these two broken souls, a girl driven by pure hate and a boy literally silenced by grief, actually be the two heads of the prophesied wolf? Is it possible that their shared pain is the very thing needed to unite a nation? Well, that is the epic journey the series wants you to find out.